And we're back on the coast. It's been so nice, so I just can't stay away. Today I'll share my progress for sketchtember and we'll talk about lots of stuff. So, hope you enjoy. So I know that I put out a lot of content that is quite varied. Watercolor, gouache, painting outside, painting in the studio, messy sketchbook sessions, oil painting, everything and the kitchen sink. So the fact that so many of you have still been hanging out with me and helping my channel grow means so much to me and also really excites me because it means that there are a lot of like-minded people out there. And that's the whole point of this, is to find my tribe, to find people who share this passion for creation, no matter what it is, the subject, the medium, whatever. It's just like we're moths drawn to the flame and we just have to create and we want to absorb as much knowledge as possible and seek out inspiration in new places and really just love the journey, because that's really what it's all about, the journey. We might have a destination in mind and hope to reach it someday, but life throws us hurdles all the time and we never really know if we're going to get to that destination. So if we don't enjoy the journey, it's kind of pointless. Okay, anyways, that's my little speech. Thanking you all so much for being here, for commenting, for liking the videos. And speaking of likes, I wanted to mention that I turned off the number counter on my likes and dislikes. So if you look under the video, there's no numbers anymore. I just hate that. I mean, I get it. It's part of the algorithm. Like, that's partly how the algorithm knows what to show to who. But your like still counts. So even though you don't see a number changing when you press like, it still makes a big difference for my videos. In addition, I have been enjoying my new weekly schedule of uploading on Saturdays. It's kind of nice to have some organization to my uploads. I hope you guys have been enjoying that as well. How about we start doing stuff in the video, like showing painting, and yeah, that sounds good. But like, let's get inspired again. Let's fly. The closer we get to winter, the more I am spending time outside. I've been organizing my entire schedule around the weather, so if it's rainy or too windy or something, I'll be working in the studio. But if it's at all decent outside, I am out there sketching and painting and taking tons of videos and photos because I really need to fill up my inspiration cup before winter hits. Nowadays, I find drawing rocks to be very easy and relaxing, but it wasn't always like that. It has taken a tremendous amount of time to get to this point, but the thing that helps me the most is to think about whatever I'm drawing in basic shapes like circles or spheres or triangles, or rectangles, cylinders, whatever. Whenever I go out and sketch, I try to visualize those basic shapes without having to draw them in. So I'm basically training my mind to see something that isn't actually there, and I'm drawing on top of it, if that makes sense. And by the way, this drawing is now a tutorial up on my Patreon page. I talk about my process for seeing the basic shapes and the different angles and applying it to the paper and shading it as well. So if you're interested in that, go check it out in the link in the description. being able to rearrange my schedule based on the weather is a huge blessing. I am so incredibly grateful to be able to do this as a career and that so many people out there are joining me for this journey. I have some training in drawing, so I think that's why I always fall back on it as my way of relaxing. But I also know through my self-taught painting experience, the stronger my drawing skills are, the better my paintings get. So that's why I'm constantly trying to improve my drawing and setting time in my schedule to go out and do stuff like this. It's sketchtember right now, so if anyone else out there feels like they need a boost of inspiration to build a daily sketching habit, feel free to join me for sketchtember. It's just a little bit of sketching every day. If you want me to find you on social media, just use my hashtag, and I'm really excited to see what you're all doing. For the last couple years for sketchtember, I've been making lists and themes, and I had a whole bunch of people join me last year, and it was really fun. I also did some live streams to coordinate with the reference photos I shared, and we did a lot of the drawing together. So if you want to go back and do those themes, and watch the live stream and sketch with me, I'll put the links to those videos in the description. But this year I'm being a little more casual about it, mainly because I have so many projects on my plate right now that I was worried about burnout, and I really need to put high priority on these other projects. So I love doing these kind of monthly challenges, but I can't do it at the expense of my business. So this is just a friendly reminder to approach these monthly challenges sensibly. If you have a ton of time to devote to it and you can go all out and pour hours and hours and hours into it every day or every week, awesome. I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. But if not, just take it easy, do it for the joy of it, do it to learn something, and don't be too hard on yourself. You don't even have to share the results if you don't want to. It's just for fun. I personally try to approach these challenges or use these challenges to better myself in some way. So this month for sketchtember, I'm focusing on value studies. So even though this painting you're watching here is gouache color, I just need to do that once in a while because I love color. It just keeps me inspired, it keeps me going. I'll do like 1 or 2 color sketches a week, and the rest of the time it's heavily focusing on values. I'm sure you've heard the popular saying, value does all the work and color gets all the credit. This becomes glaringly apparent when you start doing a lot of value studies. And I have particularly enjoyed using no-tan sketching methods, which means I'm simplifying the scene down to 2 tones. So all the highlights go to white and all the shadows go to black. This is a fascinating way of observing your environment and trying to capture it on paper. And the whole point is to help you quickly design the scene. So you get to focus on the composition before you jump into any amount of detail or color. Okay, so that just about wraps up my sketchtember update. I hope you're all enjoying your late summer weather, and I'm very overly excited for autumn. It's my favorite time of year, and I just cannot wait to feel the cooler air and hear the crunching leaves and see the beautiful colors start to come through the leaves. I'm getting ahead of myself as usual. All right, I will see you all again soon. Take care.